Good morning, children. This is ninth standard biology. Now we continue the animal kingdom. Basis for classification. The previous class we learned about classification. How to classified. How to classified. Basis for classification. We can divide the animal kingdom based on the level of organization, arrangement. Level of organization means arrangement of cell. Body symmetry means arrangement of body parts, germ layer, and nature of silo, that is body cavity. We can divide based on this these four. First one, level of organization. Level of organization, animals are grouped as unicellular or multicellular. Unicellular or multicellular. You know that unicellular means single-celled organism. Multicellular means many-celled organism. So, unicellular or multicellular based on cell, tissue, organ and organ system level of organization. Next one, symmetry. What is mean by symmetry? It is a plane of arrangement of body parts. It is a plane of arrangement of body parts, that is called symmetry. Symmetry is two types, that is radial and bilateral. What is mean by radial symmetry? What is mean by bilateral symmetry? That radial symmetry means the body parts are arranged around the central axis. Around the central axis. For example, around the central axis, that is called radial symmetry. If we cut the animal through the central axis, if we cut the animal through the central axis in any direction, it can be divided into similar halves. It can be divided into similar halves. All the halves are similar. That is radial symmetry. For example, Hydra. Then bilateral symmetry. Bilateral symmetry means this is bilateral symmetry. Bilateral symmetry means body parts are arranged along the central axis. Radial symmetry means around the central axis. Bilateral means along the central axis. That is bilateral symmetry. If we cut that animal through the central axis, we can get the two halves only. Two halves only. Two identical. Both of them are same. That is bilateral symmetry. That bilateral symmetry, for example, frog. Next one, bilateral symmetry example, frog. Radial symmetry is hydra, jellyfish, starfish. This organism we can cut into through the central axis. All the halves are all similar halves. That is radial symmetry. That is radial symmetry. Next one is germ layers. Germ layers are formed during the development of embryo. When it formed during the development of embryo, when embryo is formed, at the time only germ layers are formed. Then these layers are give rise into different organs. These germ layers are give rise into different organs as the embryo becomes an adult. As the embryo becomes an adult, in that adult stage, then germ layers are two types. Germ layers are two germ layers, are the organism with two germ layers, the ectoderm and endoderm. The ectoderm and endoderm. When that organism have two germ layers, that is ectoderm and endoderm. Ectoderm means outer layer, endoderm means inner layer. Endoderm means inner layer. That is the organism two germ layers, that is ectoderm and endoderm, are called diploplastic. This is For example, Hydra. Diploplastic, for example, Hydra. The organism with 3 germ layers. The organism with 3 germ layers. That is ecto, endo and meso. Ecto means outer, endo means inner and meso means in the middle. That is called triploplastic animal. Triploplastic animal. For example, rabbit. For example, rabbit. You know that the germ layers having, that organism having 2 germ layers, that is diploplastic. That organism having 3 germ layers, that is triploplastic. You know the difference of diplo and triplo. Suppose what are the difference between diploplastic and triploplastics? Ask this question. You can write what is diploplastic, what is triploplastic. Then the second point you have to write that example. Okay, next one. We will see that coelom. What is mean by coelom? It is a fluid filled body cavity. Fluid filled body cavity, that is called coelom. That is called coelom. It is separates the digestive tract. This coelom separate the digestive tract from the body wall. From the body wall. Next, a true body cavity or coelom. A true body cavity otherwise is called coelom. It is located within the mesoderm. Located within the mesoderm. Based on the nature of the coelom, animals are divided into 3 groups. Based on the nature of coelom, nature of the coelom, the animals are divided into how many groups? 3 groups. Nature of the coelom. Based on the nature of the coelom, the animals are divided into 3 groups. First one, acoelomate. Second one, pseudocoelomate. Third one, coelomate. What is mean by acoelomate? Acoelomate means do not have body cavity. There is no body cavity. Example, tapeworm. Next one, pseudocoelomate. Having a false body cavity. Without there is no body cavity, false. That is example, roundworm. That is example, roundworm. Then coelomate or eucoelomate. Coelomate otherwise is called eucoelomate. This is true coelom. This is true coelom. For example, earthworm, frog. For example, earthworm and frog. Coelomate means having the true coelom, that is coelomate or eucoelomate. Example, earthworm and frog. Next, animal kingdom further classified into invertebrata and vertebrata. Invertebrata and vertebrata based on the presence or absence of notochord. Notochord means already I told that backbone. Animal kingdom classified into invertebrata and vertebrata based on the presence or absence of notochord. Next, invertebrata. Animals which do not possess notochord are called invertebrata. There is no backbone. That is called invertebrata. Then vertebrata means which has animals which possess notochord. That is backbone. That is called vertebrata, otherwise called chordata. Otherwise called chordata. Animal kingdom classified into 2 types, that is invertebrata and vertebrata. Invertebrata means having backbone. Without invertebrata means do not possess another notochord. Notochord means backbone. Vertebrata means having backbone. Without backbone, invertebrata. Vertebrata means having backbone.